I'm sure at one point or another we've all played Minecraft. I mean, a lot of us still play and get immense joy out of it, including myself. Just take one look at my channel. For the most part, it's all Minecraft content. If you ask a lot of players why they stopped playing, somewhere along the line, they'd probably tell you something like, oh, it just got too boring for me, or it just doesn't hit the same anymore. It almost seems like the only way to breathe life back into the game is to install a bunch of mods or find some crazy way to completely transform the game into something unrecognizable. And there's one huge problem with this: performance cost. Most players can't afford to do this, and the reason will actually shock you. No, it actually doesn't have a lot to do with PC specifications or hardware limitations, although I'm not going to deny that does play a role. That is, of course, if you aren't using a GTX 780 from 2013. But Minecraft by nature shouldn't be a hardware-hungry monster, right? Well, the reason it is will shock you. This actually has to do with the foundation of the game's code and how mod developers plug into that code. What do I mean? Well, Minecraft runs on OpenGL, a graphics API that acts as a bridge between the game and your GPU. OpenGL simply provides the instructions for how rendering should happen. The real performance difference comes from how efficiently those instructions are used. Every time a mod hooks into rendering, adds new draw calls, injects shaders, such as Iris, or modifies chunk updates like the C2ME mod, it gets double checked by OpenGL. This double and triple checking stacks quickly, costing performance. You'll notice this is why Minecraft might stutter a lot on certain hardware. The same bottlenecking often isn't attributed to hardware power at all. It's about how many rendering calls, updates, and logic injections are happening per frame because of the way OpenGL is designed, and how well or poorly they're structured. This can cause frames to drop, the game to stutter, and on some systems, even freeze. Now what's the solution? Well, it's Vulkan, and Mojang knows this. Vulkan is another rendering API, but the approach is completely different. Instead of constantly checking the instructions that are sent like OpenGL does, Vulkan puts the responsibility on the developer to prepare everything ahead of time. This means batching commands, managing memory, and handling synchronization manually. So when the instructions finally do reach the GPU, they can be executed with far less driver overhead and way fewer interruptions. Basically just meaning way better performance. This takes the guesswork out of the computer and puts it into the hands of the developers. In this case, it would be the mod developers. In other words, Vulkan removes most of the automatic safety checks that OpenGL implements, which is why it can scale better on multi-core GPUs, which are what we use today. Overall, this allows the computer to handle stuff a lot smoother. So what can we expect for Vulkan on Java? Well, Mojang announced 3 days ago that Java will be receiving full Vulkan API support as part of the Vibrant Visuals update. Bedrock has been on Vulkan for years, and knowing how much better vanilla Bedrock plays than vanilla Java, we can be certain this performance upgrade is going to be huge. One big downside the devs themselves said is that Vulkan may not support certain GPUs that are over 10 years old. So how big is this performance upgrade? Well, it is insane to say the least. Luckily we have the Vulkan mod, which actually converts Minecraft over to Vulkan so we can get a taste of how good this is going to be. This first clip shows vanilla Minecraft 1.21.11 at a 32 chunk render distance. Most players know when you push Java past 16 chunks, it starts to get extremely stuttery and laggy, and this is exactly what happened here. Switching down to 16 chunks and the game runs better obviously, but it still has some noticeable stutters. Now let's switch to Vulkan, and well, the clips speak for themselves. Look at how smooth these fly-throughs are, virtually zero stuttering. Another huge upside I've noticed is faster chunk loading, better memory management, and way less input delay. I really can't wait for this to be an official thing. This is actually game-changing. You're probably wondering how this means a revived game. Here's the thing. Since Minecraft was using ancient technology to power the game, they were limiting what modern hardware could achieve out of performance. Sure, this meant compatibility across pretty much any device, but at the cost of a rendering API that hasn't received an update since July 2017, so almost 9 years ago. The switch to Vulkan is going to allow for better utilization of modern hardware and way more modding opportunities. So when can we expect this update? Well, Mojang actually announced this will be tested in snapshots starting this summer, and for a time, players will be able to toggle between OpenGL and Vulkan while mods are updated. Overall, Vulkan gives Minecraft a much more modern rendering foundation and capability set, which should help with performance and more advanced visuals, including hardware level ray tracing. Also, before I sign off, I want to give a huge thanks to the members of my channel. I really appreciate your continued support. Alright y'all, well that's it for me today. I'll see you next video.